the U.S.-India relationship has been at the lowest point in the last 30 years. Trump's policies of getting into a war in Iran has been utterly destructive. It has been utterly destructive to the prices in India of gas. Talk to Jay Shankar if you don't believe me. The idea that we engaged in a unilateral war without our allies, without even consulting Europe or Canada or India, and made a mess of the world, has hurt our credibility. And then the irrationality of the tariff war. I was in China, and the Indian ambassador said to me, a generation of trust has been lost by this president of yours. See, if we don't speak the truth about the damage that this president has done, not only at home but abroad, then we're just not living in reality. The new generation is not only going to have to rebuild America, we're going to have to rebuild our relationships around the world. And I contrast one of the greatest presidents with arguably the worst president in our history, FDR, with Donald Trump. And what was the difference? See, FDR actually believed in the self-determination of people. FDR was a supporter of what my grandfather was doing, Amarnath Vidyalankar, working with Lala Lajpat Rai, working with the Indian independence movement in jail in the 1930s, in the jail in the 1940s. And when Winston Churchill said that the British Empire should not set, FDR is the one who said, Churchill, you're wrong. America is for decolonization. America is for freedom. America is for being a good neighbor. America is for the principle of human rights and liberty, not just in the United States, but around the world. That's when America was seen as a moral leader of the world. And when John F. Kennedy was president, when we talked about self-determination and decolonization and working together with other nations to solve global poverty, to go into space, to solve disease, not through dictating by our might, but by inspiring from our ideals. That's what inspired people to come to America. That's what inspired my parents to come to America. That's what inspired so many here to come to the United States. And now you have an America that has forgotten that moral vision, that has a foreign policy of might makes right, threatening not just Iran, threatening Cuba, threatening to conquer Greenland. And we're having dinner as if everything is normal. Of course it's not normal. You know, who cares about the partnerships of this and that when this president is literally destroying America's leadership in the entire world? And the demagoguery about immigrants, the demagoguery of this president in talking about the lack of immigrants coming into the United States. I mean, how can we sit here and not condemn his policies on what he has done with student visas, with the demonization of talent coming to the United States, with the sense of no understanding of the history of the civil rights movement and how that paved the way for the Immigration Act that allowed us to come here. He talks about leading in AI. 38% of the top AI researchers are of Chinese origin. 72% have foreign degrees. And this is a president who doesn't understand that we need to be recruiting talent, not turning talent away. And what is the good news? He's a lame duck. The Democrats are going to win decisively in 2026, and we're going to win in 2028. We are going to have a reemergence in this country of a new generation. You're seeing it. I mean, they don't see it. Oh, these people winning in New York, what are they? Tell me, I've been out around the country. The energy is changing. You know, you can still go, make your peace with Vance and Trump for another year, but that's not the future. It's not the future of this country. If you don't believe me, just get out there. See the anger that this president has caused in this nation. And so the hope is that we're going to reemerge. After the Civil War, we had the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments. After Hoover crashed the economy, we had FDR. After George W. Bush, we had Barack Obama. America has a remarkable capacity for self-correction. Our destiny is to be the first cohesive multiracial democracy. And my hope as an Indian American of Hindu faith, as an Indian American who was inspired by my grandfather and who saw the sacrifices he made, as people who, whatever we do, we'll pale in comparison to the sacrifices that my grandfather made, pale in comparison to the sacrifices that the founders of this country made, that those who fought in the Civil War made, or in World War II made, or were beaten on the Edmund Pettus Bridge made. My hope is that as we talk about the U.S.-India relationship, we talk beyond what the defense relationship is, what the economic relationship is, what the investment relationship is. We talk about what the relationship needs to be in terms of our highest values. The values of seeing human freedom flourish here and around the world. The value of seeing self-determination flourish here and around the world. The values of seeking a world that is at peace, working to solve civilization's problems. At its best, that's what America is. And at its best, that's what Indian Americans should be. It's not about a blind alliance. It's about finding an alliance that will further the values of civilization and humanity. That is the work I hope to do, and I'm really honored to have the opportunity to share some remarks. Thank you.